Oh my, stage 7.4 can be very hard. Your brakes keep fading throughout the stage, so you keep having to adjust your braking points. And with some of the braking points heading downhill, it can really affect things. Now, I've run this a few times. You really need to maximize this first part of the race because your brakes only get worse from here. I drove this all the way to the end thinking that perhaps Santos would start hitting some lapped cars. He does not. There are no lapped cars. So if you don't get him here, you're not going to get him. So you have to maximize that first corner. You have to maximize this corner. And you need to get him as soon as possible because look at those brakes. You see that? Going into this corner, I already have to brake early. So instead of braking at the second sign, I'm braking just before the second sign. And then get on this and really make full use of the track. I gotta stay on his bumper. I gotta brake even earlier. So I'm purposely staying all on track. I didn't do my usual braking that I would have done. I usually take that corner with 2 tires off. But you see, I'm really staying on Santos nicely, and I'm sure you can guess this. I'm setting up a bump pass. I don't know that I can pass him legit. My brakes are already down to 60%. Like, I'm going to almost use them to avoid getting off track. Ooh, boy. That was a night. I think he went way off track. Wow, he's way back there. Okay, looking at the brakes. Now I'm going to start braking at the second distance marker, not 2 3/4 way into it. This next braking point is heading uphill, but I need to be careful. I'm going to be braking at the first sign, and I got to keep my eyes on Santos because he does not have fading brakes. Only we do. So this race is nowhere near over. Yeah, there's only 1.5 laps to go, or 1 2/3, but he's not that far behind me, and I mean, I got to brake at the first sign. I can't be pushing this, especially this braking point. I'm heading downhill, and look at that. That was still braking a little bit too late. Now I'm down to 30% because I was on the brakes so badly. This gets really hard. You get down to no brakes. So, boy, we're going to have to employ some different strategies. This race is nowhere near over. Getting to first place is just part of the struggle for this particular one. I'm going to be braking a ways back here, and oh my. So looking at this, I'm going to have to reel Santos in and do a pit maneuver. Whoa! Almost lost the stage. Look at that. Brakes were down to 10%. You know, they rebuild, but you can't just lift and coast because you've got a really fast car coming up on your bumper here. And if you're not careful, you're going to have another one. At this point, I'm resigned to the fact that I have to reel him in and do a pit maneuver. Let him get beside me, and then just turn him. And then do the brakes. Oh, look at that, Martinez. Like I said, this isn't over. He's not that far behind me, and I've got no brakes. So I'm going to brake even before that first sign, and I'm not even sure that's going to be enough. Oh my. I got to be ready to throw this sideways. Oh boy, just had enough. With a lot of cars, if you throw them sideways, you get a little bit more braking out of it. Not all of them, but the majority of them. Oh my, he's so close. I got to time this. I got to time where I could let him get beside me so I can also do a pit maneuver on him. I'm not comfortable with this. I wonder if I can block him. Well, I'll try it. To do effective blocking, you have to have watched exactly where the bots want to drive and then stay there. Ah, there we go. Oh boy, that's a stressful stage. Stage 7.4 complete. Was that the worst, or is there still more to come? You just never know. Sometimes it gets harder, not easier. No use checking the lap times, they'll be atrocious. Still at 3:3:33.